you're missing something when this band is playing. For Florida A&M has a marching band that's simply astonishing. And here with the story of that band is Tom Hoving. Tom.
Hugh, explosive is the word for the Florida A&M Marching Band. 85 talented musicians who also have to be conditioned athletes competed this week for 47 spots. I've just come back from Florida, where I've seen what makes this band move, and does it move? To make the band means hard driving competition of an intensity you've seldom seen. There's one college marching band that doesn't fade into the background. It generates an incredible level of excitement that even the football game seems to lack. The Florida A&M University Marching 100 has taken the ordinary 1, 2, 3, 4 and turned it into a spectacular show of polished music, precision drills, and marching steps that seem to bend the bones of these musicians in ways that bones aren't supposed to bend. What does it take for a freshman to become a member of this marching band? The amount of courage and stamina that is needed might surprise you. And they need it because these young freshmen have only 1 week, just 7 days, to master the complex music and marching skills.
This is where it all begins, on the drill field. The students call it the patch. 85 freshmen have come to prove themselves as musicians and as precision marchers in order to get a coveted spot in America's #1 college marching band. The founder and creative genius behind them is Dr. William P. Foster, who 37 years ago took the lead out of the collegiate marching band and transformed the show into a spellbinding experience.
Basically, the band has been an experimental band, not to be different, but to improve the qualitative aspects of marching maneuvers and music, bringing real excellence in terms of precision and musicianship to the band.
1, 2, 3, 4.
For many students, making the Marching 100 represents a lifelong dream. Some freshmen have been recruited for the band by scouts. Others simply come to the tryouts and take their chances.
I'm like the only person that came from my hometown to, try out for the, the #1 band in the nation.
Meet Ken Rigby from Vero Beach, Florida. His family taught him gospel music. He taught himself to play the trumpet. His dream, to be part of that fabulous Marching 100.
I'll make it. I'll be the happiest person in the world. To be that moment of ecstasy, I really enjoy it, I'll jump and shout.
Associate Band Director Dr. Julian White provides leadership and inspiration. The freshmen wear white T-shirts to distinguish them from the upperclassmen.
We want you to be a part of this group, and it's going to require a great deal of work on your part. And you're going to have to think, I can't give up. I'm going to endure to the end. Can you do that?
Yes, sir.
You okay then? Carry on, section leaders.
You got to start out like that and end like that. So
It's the responsibility of the drill instructors under Dr. Foster's watchful eye to work with the freshmen and sharpen the musical and marching skills that most acquired while still in high school. Repetition is necessary, as the freshmen have only a short period of time in which to master these intricate steps.
1, 10, 1, 2, 3. I want you to yell from the top of your lungs. I don't care what it takes, anything. I had to go through it, and you got to go through it, too. Bang! 1, 10, 1, 2, 3.
Stop! Take it back. What's the problem?
The strengths and weaknesses of the candidates are monitored constantly. Mistakes can count against you.
Check it out!
It's a lot of stress. It's a lot expected from you. You just can't come half-stepping. You got to be mentally strong as well as physically.
As Ken Rigby quickly found out, the biggest challenge for any of these freshmen is developing A&M's distinctive, highly demanding precision style. To show the unique marching style, we asked 3 upperclassmen to demonstrate a standard college marching step. Next, Florida A&M's basic march. And finally, the Rattler, an unbelievable succession of as many as 6 lightning-quick steps per second. Though there is determination in their hearts and minds, having their bodies perform these complicated steps, well, that's another issue.
The first day of practice for our freshmen is rather awkward. In fact, just to look on their faces, you can see a combination of intensity and fear. Day one is somewhat of a nightmare for many of them. Oh, come on, cut. It's like they have 2 left feet. On line.
Watch the crescendo, watch me.
After the grueling morning drill sessions, the students go into the classroom by instrument section to concentrate upon and memorize the fine points of the repertory.
2, play.
That exactness and tough discipline evident on the drill field is present in the music rehearsals as well.
Let me hear you play it. No. Real sloppy. Because you're not playing the right notes. Simple scale.
Again, repetition is stressed because these students, now with only 5 days left for the final cut, not only have to memorize but master their musical scores.
Yeah, a little bit shorter. Yeah, that's a little bit better, just a little bit shorter still. That's better. You see the difference?
A lot of wrong notes.
2 crucial days of drill and classroom time were missed by Johnny Payne. He had only 5 days to learn the basic routines instead of the 7 that Ken Rigby and the other competing candidates had. This put him at a distinct disadvantage, and the band staff gave this newcomer little hope of making the Marching 100.
The closer I got to Tallahassee, the fear was just building up inside of me. I got, afraid. There's just so much competition. You had to be top-notch to be in the band in the first place, and I just was hoping that I could meet up to that capability.
Johnny had to be tutored by the instructors in order to keep pace with the other freshmen.
They put a lot of pressure on you physically and mentally. You have to be really, really strong in both areas to really cope with what's going on.
It is the evening practice of the 4th day. Only 3 days left for the freshmen to prove themselves.
You've made some pretty good progress, but we still have a way to go. We want you to really be sharp because you are at a point now where it can make you or break you.
The lines of the formation look straighter, but still, as in every other drill session, Dr. Foster evaluates the promise of the prospective band members.
Look at the line, look at the line, look at the line.
And as the hours count down, Johnny is still hanging on, working to make up his lost time.
1, 2, 3.
Some students can endure the competition and the intense physical training, but for others, James Oliver from St. Petersburg, for example, the strain can be too much, and his body appears to crack under the pressure.
Massage it. Just go ahead and massage with both hands.
My feelings are crushed because I've practiced so hard and I've looked forward to being a part of this band, and now I could be at the point of not even marching with this band for a whole year.
Despite excelling in the first few days of tryouts, for James, the season is now over. Doctors determined that he has severely torn muscles in his right leg. But he says next year, he'll try again.
It's Friday, the last chance for certain students to show they can make the grade. Soon, there'll be a moment of truth in this stadium. It's called the shaking of the tree, a ceremony in which certain chosen freshmen will be asked to join the proud ranks of the Marching 100.
To the freshmen, this is the moment. You have been working very hard all week. Now that you have worked hard, this is the moment that we make the final selection. This is the big payoff. This is the reward for all of your hard work. As we call your name, we'd like for you to move to your marching position. Freshmen, hut, tits, hut. Are you ready, freshmen?
Yes, sir! It comes down to this moment. 85 freshmen, 47 places. They wait for their names. 38 won't make it.
David Dixon.
The first 3 names are called. Then 10. Then 15.
Adrian Green.
For the rest, an almost unbearable suspense. And for some, acceptance can be overwhelming. For both Ken Rigby and Johnny Payne, waiting becomes pure stress.
Timothy Abrams. Johnny Payne.
For Johnny Payne, victory, a dream come true. As Johnny takes his place in the band, Ken Rigby still waits. When there are only 2 spots to be filled, those seconds crawl by like hours. The strain on Ken's face tells the story, but there's still that ounce of hope left.
Louis Davenport.
As the final name is called, for those still standing on the sidelines comes the realization that they did not make the marching 100.
This concludes this portion of the rehearsal. You know, sometimes you work hard. Sometimes it doesn't quite appear that it works out. But, you know, that's the story of life. But there are no failures in this business. We do not want you to feel that this is it. And everything is, of course, going to fall in the right places.
And now we see Johnny Payne and the other freshmen for the first time in the complete 1983 Rattler Marching Band lineup. Before performing in uniform, there'll be lots more practice, more drills, and of course, great pride preparing for the season opener on September the 10th.